What's up everybody, I'm Seth and today I'm joined with Cameron and today's guest, owner of Harris Photography, a photographer and our head of media, Jake Harris. Jake, welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you Seth, much appreciated. Thank you Cameron for having me, great honour.
Thank you Cameron, I'm the one that invited you. This is a long time in the making, you know.
It is a very long time in the making. Good to actually get the second episode done.
Oh, absolutely.
We've had to work around a few technical difficulties.
A lot of technical difficulties.
Yeah, but slowly getting there, still learning along the way, but we've got a pretty good routine set.
Yeah, absolutely, and you've been with us for quite a long time actually.
Yeah.
Especially for those of you who don't know, when I was doing Bruiser, thank God it wasn't Hatzilla. Jake was actually our first guest star, so I thought I'd start it off our journey with you being our actual first guest star. And as you guys all know, Cameron has changed his haircut. I don't know whether he's got more hair on his head than on his chin.
I mean, it's been a few.
I said that.
Or even like over a month since our first episode.
Yeah,
so
a lot has changed.
a lot has changed.
Yeah,
That's alright.
I debated wearing a hat today.
Yeah,
Probably should.
yeah, you should have, man. Alright, anyway, let's get into it. Jake, what's going on in your life right now, apart from this?
Nothing much. Just cruising around. I'm on uni break, which is awesome. Photography's kicking off, so yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, we both didn't have to do exams unlike this one here.
Yeah,
Unlike Goldilocks.
This guy!
If we ever get those like custom jerseys, you need Goldilocks on the back.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, 100%.
No, anyway, how's photography going? Because I know you've been doing a lot of photography jobs lately.
Yeah, I've been doing a few. I've kind of been doing more of this at the moment.
Yeah.
No, just recently. I still need to post the photos, but just did one for an i30N and a really nice Audi S3.
Yeah, nice.
Super clean cars, absolutely loved them. The Audi was pushing 200 horsepower.
Oh, wow.
It's just nuts.
Loves it.
Got to do a fly down the car park, but
Yeah,
it was it's just
We don't want you arrested, man. Well, we need you.
But everything else has been fine, yeah.
Yeah, so have you mainly been focusing on cars, or do you do other things like other different sports or events?
Yes, I do sports. I want to do more events and hopefully lead into like couples, weddings, family, stuff like that.
That's where your passion kind of
Yeah,
sits.
100%.
That'd be an awesome job.
Oh, for
to
sure.
do, yeah.
Bit of money to be made in that for sure, but no, mainly because I like people.
Yeah.
I'm a very people person, so yeah, wanting to get more into that industry would be pretty cool, and I think the dream. So yeah.
Yeah, I think you don't seem like well, with us personally, you're chill and quiet, but here you can all see that these guys are actually softy down inside.
Oh, I'm always a softy man.
No, I don't know about that. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, okay.
Oh, dude.
Now that you're doing mainly more work for us,
Yeah.
what does it mean to be our head of media, main camera?
It's a complete one. Like media has always been my thing, always will be. So yeah, to be able to be head of media, we've got Sam, our other guy behind the scenes, who's doing an amazing job, making sure recording on time, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, to be, I mean, I don't like to consider myself like the head of media.
Yeah.
But yeah, to have like slowly building up a team is pretty cool. Hopefully we can get somebody else
Yeah, of
and a
course.
few others to join our team at some point. But yeah, definitely build that.
Slow start, yeah.
Yeah,
it's good.
No.
Oh, speaking of which, Sam, do you want to say hi to us?
He's super sad.
You just say hi as well.
He says hi in spirit.
Yes. There we go.
So is there someone or something that kind of sparked your passion for media and photography?
Oh, dude, my mum.
Yeah.
100%. So at my age, she was doing photography in high school.
Yeah.
As well as she was doing photography, winning competitions and stuff
Oh,
like that. Yeah, she's.
She went loads or loads of competitions?
I'm not too sure how many she actually won. But I know she won a few. She
What
went.
about the competition set?
It's about the photos you take. She then went and worked at a golf course.
Oh,
So,
really?
like she would have to stand, no joke, where they would tee off, and she'd be about that far away to snag the ultimate photo and always get hit in the head with golf clubs.
Okay. Lucky we had Happy Gilmore, wasn't there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Bang.
But yeah, she introduced me to photography and stuff like that. She helped me kickstart it, show me different tips instead of getting those photography for dummies books. And yeah, she's my biggest supporter. Same with my dad as well. They're my biggest supporters. And company my dad and I went
Oh, how was that, by the way?
That was sick. So sick. They had like so many different cars going around.
Yeah.
There's also much races. But yeah, even just like showing them the photos that I take, they're so curious, which is awesome. And it boosts my ego and confidence as well, because people want to see my work, not just because they're my parents, but because they actually want to see what I do.
No, I do as well. Like you take really good photos.
Thank you, dude.
Well, when did your mum when did you start getting into it? When did your mum introduce it to you, mate? Like,
Well, she didn't really introduce it to me. Like, I had always been looking at photos she had taken. Like, if we had a family event, she was the one who was taking the photos, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
And then it wasn't until I started working at Hungry Jack's when I was at the ripe old age of 14.
That's good.
Yeah, and started working, and my mum was like, just for your first paycheck, just go nuts, spend whatever. So I saved up, bought myself my Canon 1500D, which we're actually filming on right now.
Yeah.
Awesome camera, had that for years, and yeah, it does amazing work.
Well, you've had that for more than 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's a brilliant camera.
Well, you kept that in really good condition, so
Yeah.
okay.
That's pretty
Sorry, yeah, continue.
No, you're fine. And yeah, just went on from that. I was going down to like free car meets now that you just go down. We're doing it at like Bunnings car park, stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Shout out to Distortion and Monday meets. But yeah, then started picking up sport photography. Playing
Is that with Reggio as well?
Yeah, with Reggio, so pretty sure we've got him lined up as well.
Oh yeah, we do
Some
actually.
point,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know when, but
Was my sport photography?
That was the first one I
That
ever
was
did.
the
So
first.
when you played footy for West Perth,
Yeah.
I came down to the shoot for
Something
you.
like
That
2
was
years
pretty
ago.
cool. Yeah, didn't tag me in your post.
I remember because we messaged. I was like, oh shit. I said to him, oh, I didn't add you, but I'm going to add you.
Yeah.
No, that is diabolical.
Hey, I saved it though. I saved
This
it.
guy, man. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I haven't was my phone.
Guy's ready, baby.
Oh, dude. Okay. We really gotta stop trolling that. Really gotta stop. Okay. And then going into house photography, so that's your business. When did you start doing that? And what was your main inspiration for that? Was it still your parents or?
Yeah, so inspiration wise, I mean, like what I was saying about my mum, she inspired me to do photography, and then as I was doing photography, I kind of like, oh, I want the world to see my photos.
Yeah.
And like obviously, like being younger, not allowed to have Instagram, which was perfectly fine. I can understand where my parents were coming from in that aspect. But then as I got older, brought up the idea of like, oh, I want to potentially sell my photos at one stage, and she was like, oh, okay, like if you know what you're doing, you know more about technology than what I do, so go ahead. And I was like, oh yeah, I know, like I knew all the safety stuff behind Instagram, I know the algorithms, whatever. So I just worked around that. I've got public Instagram, people follow me, got all my mates follow me, stuff like that.
I don't know about you, but I do.
No, Cameron definitely does. But yeah, so
Come on.
no, I just went from that. So yeah, I mean, I'm not as consistent as what I would like to be, but obviously with uni, I haven't been able to.
No, that's totally relatable. I don't think any of us have been consistent what we've been doing.
Well,
No, we're consistent.
Yeah,
exactly.
we're locking in after this episode. We're
Yes.
locking in,
Absolutely.
100%. But yeah.
Next word, not mine. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, got all that set up, and then yeah, went around to car meets, and literally at car meets, I would go out to anybody and just be like, hey, do you want photos of your car? This is what I do. Because I go to like a place called Monday Meets and Distortion, and the amount of appreciation you get from some people who actually want photos of their car is really, really cool. Like, some people haven't even gotten photos of their car, and it might just be a regular Honda Civic to everyone else, but in my eyes and to their eyes, it's actually like
Something
the
special.
best car. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what was it that Jeremy Clarkson said, that a car has a soul? Or it was in like that Forza Motorsport game or whatever,
No, it hums and it's...
I've never heard of
Yeah.
the saying, by the way.
That's alright.
That's okay, I'm not a big
Right,
car person. But yeah, so.
But yeah, so just the amount of appreciation that you get from somebody taking photos of the car, like, my whole point of a photo shoot is to include the owners as much as I can. So I did a R34 SDT for a guy ages ago, probably last year, and he brought his girlfriend down, and I was like, dude, get your girlfriend and you and him can sit in front of the car.
Yeah.
That's it. And then yeah, so now he's showed me, like, we've seen each other, and he showed me him and his girlfriend sitting in front of his car
Oh, that's
as
awesome.
his lock screen. Which is pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's
Like, it's a nice
nice.
family photo.
Yeah.
Because apparently all he had was like, just photos of his car.
Typical dude thing.
Exactly. But no, just yeah, to see the appreciation.
Yeah.
I mean, we're organising another shoot with him as well. So you don't get the regular customers, but you get started charging as well.
Yeah.
So if you want photos of your car, hit me up.
I definitely recommend it, by the way, so definitely listen to his words.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have the full version of Lightroom. I just use the free one, but that gets me quality photos. It's what I post.
It's better than nothing, really.
Yeah, exactly right. So yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. It's also important to have tagging the owners and stuff. Unlike Cameron here.
We're never gonna drop you for that. Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, moving. Bro, I'm sorry. Cameron's copy away too much,
Great.
man. I'm sorry. Moving on. Are you doing anything else apart from photography in your life right now? And this.
Yeah. So doing uni,
of
ECU
course.
with Cameron.
Yep.
ECU,
That would
buddy.
not be fun, would it?
It's alright. It's
What
alright.
do you?
No, no,
What
with
do you imply?
Cameron. That's pretty
I knew it. He was implying that,
Right,
right?
right. No, I didn't see Cameron around that much.
I saw him yesterday. He was heading to the gym.
Hey,
I was heading to my
I said
exam,
that.
and that was it.
No, but no, it's pretty cool around there. See a lot of familiar faces, which is always nice. Yeah, going strong, going good.
Yeah, that's really good. And what course, or if you want to share with us, what
Yeah.
course you're doing? What
So
course are you
I'm
doing?
actually doing a Bachelor of Counselling and
Nice.
majoring in youth work, so I want to go back into preferably a school and help out as much as I can surrounding mental
It's
health.
like chaplaincy type of thing.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, I want to try and change the whole mental health system within schools because there's like probably from what you guys know, there's not a lot being done.
Yeah, it's absolutely shocking.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
yeah, well, not when we like started school, but like leaving school, like definitely started to increase now. But like,
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
think there's a lot that you can bring.
Oh, for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, there's always the classic school assembly. Oh, are you okay days today? Just make sure you ask a question, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I
It
mean,
doesn't really mean like
Yeah.
much at all.
exactly. Like I remember primary school was always a joke. Like whenever it was, are you okay? It's like, oh, are you okay? And then,
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff.
We never, yeah, for me, we never really had a you okay day till high school.
Yeah,
that's when we
exactly.
started like pushing for it.
I think because it's more seen through high school. Obviously, you've got exams. There's a lot more, and like obviously, kids are starting to get social media and stuff like that. And there's a lot more bullying that happens.
That's the thing. You can't even with like social media and stuff. Like you can't even make the argument anymore that young kids don't understand it because they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, kids are
See so
smart.
much.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true, absolutely.
Actually, I can't say kids because my
Oh no.
No, wait, where's
the youth work guy that I had said that kids is actually not a word. You call them young people in social work. Which
I'm sorry.
Young
actually,
people. Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
that's a very valid point because when you think like
Okay, explain. Let's do this. Okay.
so the whole terminology of like kids, teens, adolescents, it's a very like grouping word. Like as soon as you think adolescence, you think like FA or something like that. I don't know.
What? I don't know.
Whereas if you go young person, it makes them seem a bit more like grown up. You know.
I can understand that. Yeah.
Instead of
I see
saying
what
like
you're saying.
teens, like you think like-minded, like not mature, stuff like that. But
Or a typical teenager.
yeah, exactly.
Most people would
But
say.
yeah, young people is actually the correct term, which now I'm correcting my parents constantly, and it drives me insane. But no.
Young people.
Imagine an English person saying that.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Young people.
Basically,
I feel so bad. We keep.
hang on, like, oh, we went at Cameron name.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so
That's it. So what stuff you learning in the course apart, like? So
people.
so we're mainly like the history.
Yeah.
So first semester was all the boring stuff about the history, stuff like that. Sigmund Freud, who basically founded the entire counselling, psychodynamic thinking. It's very tiring to get into, which I won't do, but yeah, that's what we're learning about.
Yeah.
And then next year we actually do a bit of field work within youth work, which will be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically all I'm doing, to be honest.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I remember you were mentioning to me earlier, like probably about a month or so, or like a few weeks ago, that you're learning about the person, like what they think, like the person's psychology type of thing?
Yeah,
Trauma
so
or that type of thing?
yeah, so psychodynamic thinking is
Psychodynamic.
what it comes under. But yeah, like trauma, like when people think of trauma, they think of like really extreme stuff. But trauma is literally stubbing the toe.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay, I've stubbed my toe in that corner and I walked too close to it, I'm going to walk further away. And you don't even notice it.
Oh, wow, okay.
And that's something I learnt as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, just the way people think is very interesting. Like everyone is very unique.
Yeah.
Everyone is themselves. Then like nobody's the same. You have your own mind, you have your own way of thinking, stuff like that, which I find really interesting. Like for me, I'm a massive Star Wars nerd. I'll be open about that. I've got a ton of Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
My whole room is full of it. Whereas somebody else might like anime.
Oh, yeah, so you're good.
Exactly. Or like yourself, you like American football. Like,
Oh, yeah, I love my MMA a bit more, but...
yeah, MMA. So you might have stuff around that. Like everyone has their own likes, dislikes, which I find really interesting.
Yeah.
I think everyone can relate in the sense of mental health. Everyone's going through their own struggles, their own ups, their own downs, anything like that, which I find really good where people can connect through that. I mean, it's not an easy, and I mean, Cameron would know through my experiences, but talking to him about stuff that happened early on, like it's not an easy conversation. So, but yeah, as long as you can connect with somebody on that, that's pretty good.
So is there any other like organisations or what's another word for organisations?
Companies.
No, company sounds wrong.
Not for profit.
Not for profit. Yeah. Is it like other than? Would you say that
Like at school.
Yeah, you say Are You Okay? There's like Carlin.
Oh, yeah, like it's probably the most well-known day where
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
not people celebrate, but they recognise
Yeah.
mental health. I mean, what we're in.
I mean, primary school clearly doesn't recognise it.
Yeah, obviously not.
To some extent.
The kids are doing it.
Yeah, sorry, go continue.
No, but I mean, obviously now we're in Men's Mental Health Month, which is awesome. Which surprisingly, I'm seeing a lot of videos by my language, but taking the piss out of it.
Yeah.
Which I don't like. But then I'm seeing like, what's that guy, Noel Denzel or whatever his last
Oh,
name
the big
is.
bodybuilder, yeah.
Yeah, who and like other bodybuilders who are taking those videos and then actually giving the facts behind it. Like this might be funny, but
And he's awesome. That guy is awesome, dude.
I watch his like any video that he releases just because like the inspiration that he gives to young men and young people is insane.
Well, he made a video maybe a couple months or a year or so, and it was all about like, there's videos on YouTube as well, like tailored towards men who grew up without fathers.
Yeah, and it's like it shows him how to tie.
Like, yeah. So he's done videos like that.
Oh, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
so he's like been like a second father figure.
Yeah, no,
he's
he's awesome.
No,
Though.
he's really cool. But so obviously there's Men's Mental Health Month, which we're in now. Great to see how much people are actually starting to notice it a bit more as well.
Yeah.
What else do we have? There's Headspace.
Mhm.
That's a common place to go.
The
Counselors.
push-up challenge as well is happening at the moment.
Yeah, there's the Push-Ups for Life, which is about the 2023.
It's about all
the lives lost.
3,214 lives lost in 2023.
And is that men and women?
Yeah,
men
and women. So yeah, there's plenty of organisations, and obviously you got your school counsellors, chaplains, stuff like that you can talk to. But they're the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, Seth, you participated in Laps for Life because Cameron can't swim for life. But,
I tried to get you on, but I know you can't swim. You were injured, so.
I did.
Yeah.
I had an excuse.
I mean, it was quite a while back. I think back in March.
Yeah.
But the good thing was I did swim 2 kilometres to help out, so that was good.
Huge.
And the best thing about it was, since we were able to raise money, myself and Hattsetime, we both raised, well not we both, I raised...
Hattsetime just a dude like chilling out.
Yeah, literally.
Where's Godzilla at? No, sorry, continue, sorry.
Alright, we raised a total, oh my god, I keep saying we raised, okay, I raised a total of $1,701.
That's huge.
And then, using that helps out over 300 people, young children, so young people to teens. So I'm
This
getting
is
that.
your terms.
I'm using your terms.
That's awesome.
Dude.
That's
But like,
really awesome.
it just inspires me to help these people out because I've had friends that have gone through like really bad mental health. Like some have gone through like rehab type thing. Not rehab,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm trying to say.
No, like extensive.
They've gotten help. Some have kept it quiet, which is something that's not a fair thing. And I know we've all gone through, especially year 12. If you were doing ATAR as well.
He didn't.
He didn't.
No, I was in the dream. I was in general.
He loved it.
No, I'll tell you like about me. Like last year was a very like a game-changing year for me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And there's some things with mental health, like someone dying, for example, or a traumatic experience. Like obviously, gone to war is one of them.
Yeah.
But then there's lots of things like heartbreak and some
Yeah.
other things that people inflict on that.
Yeah.
And for me, I've learnt a lot last year. Last year, I changed a lot. Everyone changes last year.
Yeah.
But during that
You
process,
make last year sound like it's 2020 all over again.
yeah, literally. But yeah, moving on. I lost a lot of friends as well last year. It was like, also, I'm not blaming them. Also, I had to play a part of it. I cut off people I knew I didn't need. And then there's things where people I liked found out that they didn't like me back. That went on like for ages. Like
Yeah.
I didn't have God much. Like I was like a lukewarm Christian type of thing. And then it all really started in December last year when it was actually you, in fact, who took me to youth for the first time.
Me?
Yeah, it was actually you.
The one time.
That one time, and then eventually after that, everything started to change for me. And then that's when I started like seeing God. Well, I pray to God every night, but it wasn't like how I'm praying to Him now. Now I've like grown that relationship. I always thought, ask what you want with God. I know I'm bringing God into this, but it really helps help me with mental health.
I like going off faith and stuff like that. I was Christian because of my dad, and then stuff happened through year 7 to year 9, and was still following that. But then afterwards, just nothing was getting better for me. So that's when I kind of lost it and thought, oh, there's nobody there. But then, like maturing later on and thinking it's actually quite nice to have that feeling of when you have nothing, even though you do, but you feel like you have nothing, just knowing that somebody's always there.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like you might be 18, you've just been kicked out.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks.
It does, yeah.
And it's really not the best, but knowing that you have somebody who's always on, well, not like on your back, but sitting on your shoulder, just there.
He's on your side.
With you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is probably one of the greatest accomplishments that you can achieve. And I mean, I'll be completely honest, I'm a lukewarm Christian like what you are. Like, I believe that there's somebody there and I like that feeling, and I won't pray all the time and I don't go to church. And yeah, that's just me.
Yeah, that's valid. Like, even like going back to Cameron's now, I was a very lukewarm, like how you were just describing it just before. But then like it kind of all fell into place. Like I was following the Bible more often.
Yeah.
Even had a friend as well. Like you know Johan, one of my mates. He's very big. He's got verified as well on Instagram.
Hey.
Probably mentioned that a few times. But anyway, he is actually
Bro wants the sponsorship so bad.
Anyway,
Sponsor us.
Anyway, he invited me to this Sunday morning devotion thing that he held on Saturdays. I don't know, he stopped doing it now because he's been very busy.
Yeah.
But it's just a beautiful thing. Like, we did it once. I think it was about wisdom, like how a man should act, like how a godly man should act. And I really took that into heart as well.
Yeah.
That really changed my perspective on things. It was also a beautiful morning as well. So like, just really felt just amazing, you know. And then things started to, like, everything good started to fall into place. Let's say the podcast, for example.
Yeah.
Sure, there was a lot of setbacks, like technical issues recently. But I will tell you
A lot of
this.
setbacks.
A lot of
At
setbacks.
least over a month's worth.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, this time last year, I had so much doubt. Like, not just for this podcast, but for myself. Like, I wasn't doing well in school.
Yeah.
The friends thing I lost, people that I thought liked me didn't like me back.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just talking about friendly terms and stuff. You guys know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But the worst thing was, I did not think this would actually happen.
Yeah.
And then when you and Jay came into the picture to help me out, this is the biggest blessing I could ask for, you know?
Yeah.
And then, as well, like, I mentioned heartbreak from earlier. And then that happened to me more recently. I won't get into specifics or anything. But
Who do you go for in the NFL again?
I'm not there's that other thing. I do not like you, bro.
West Coast as well? No, sorry.
How many premierships have you won?
West Coast.
This is how many you've won. Jay, tell me how many you've won. Yeah, somebody he's won.
How many? Flag mantle.
Yeah, flag mantle.
Don't know.
We won 4, we won 2. You need until you win one, don't talk. Anyway, but heartbreak, sorry, going back to the heartbreak thing, wasn't about the Eagles, about something very different.
Yeah.
Like at first it's a very painful thing. Like for about the first couple of days I did not want to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
You know you have that feeling like when you're down, you
Your
feel
heart
very
sinks.
Yeah, your heart sinks and all that. But then I remember reading a Bible verse. It was Romans 5 verse 3 to 4. This will always stick with me because this is the one I follow. And this was an adversity one. I'll see if I can find it here, but it pretty much talks about how adversity can produce strength and strength produces hope. I'll see if I can find it now, but that really changed my viewpoint. And I'll tell you, all these things, like losing my friends, heartbreak, everything, turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. Because it built me into someone, and I'm grateful it happened. Now, going back to it, I'm thankful to God that actually happened.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, I would never be the person I am today.
Alright, so we're moving into a new segment called Audience Asks. So essentially, we've gotten some audience questions off of Instagram. Seth has them on his screen at the moment. What is that thing?
It's called a remarkable. So think of it as an iPad and a notebook at the same time.
He's got some questions and answers. No, he's got the questions on his remarkable. We're gonna answer the questions. Oh, dude. Anyways, Seth, just take us away, mate.
Alrighty, some of these, the first couple were quite fun. First one, I know Jake, you don't really follow UFC, so this is not really a question. So Cameron, this is more for you and I. Favorite UFC fighter?
Volk.
Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor, okay. That's the only fighter
He's not fighting, man.
Oh, he's not retired. He isn't actually confirmed retired.
I think he's done the movie.
Yeah, that was funny.
No, I think he's doing like alcohol. Is that the one that
He's doing Bare Knuckles now. He's head promoter for Bare Knuckles, I think.
What's that? Oh, that's another fight.
Yeah, Perth stopped, didn't want it happening.
No, fair enough.
For me, of course, no questions asked, Alexander Volkanovski. Close second would of course have to be Jack Della Maddalena, or JDM for short, considering he's a Perth boy and I train with him, well not train with him but train at the same gym.
I know that JDMs are a kind of car.
And he's a kind of fighter as well. 2 UFC champions, legends, of the game.
Love that. Okay, next one.
Next question, who will win the NBA Finals? Now we're officially in final season, so who do you guys got, Pacers or Thunder?
We actually know. Okay, so we've had to.
I have no idea.
We've had to film this like 3 times now, and our answers have changed like every time. You said Cleveland like
twice,
every time.
yeah.
I said OKC.
I hate Pacers.
Who's in it?
OKC and Pacers. I think Indiana's going to win.
At the moment, we just concluded game 3. Pacers, I believe, won.
Yep, so they're up 2-1. I think Pacers going to win. It's going to go game 7.
It's going to go game 7?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Superman, Pacers in 5.
That was horrendous.
I don't know. I've been doing it to my uni friends. They're all OKC fans. I've been trying to troll them.
Nah, fair enough.
I'm going to say Pacers win, probably 6 or 7, I reckon.
Okay.
What about you, Jake? Got no idea?
Pacers, I guess. I don't know.
I respect that. Bandwagon is crazy. Okay, third question. What is for all of us, I guess? What are you doing now that you've graduated? So,
Uni.
uni?
For me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've just finished semester, so what are you doing now?
Now, what am I doing? I'm going to start working at Superchip Auto, which is pretty cool. What else am I doing? Collecting cans to do 10 cents and help recycle.
I'll help you with that. No, Junior, I'll help you out with that.
Where you got cans today, Tag?
Probably, I'll check.
Might have to. Business deal. It's a business
What is
deal.
happening? Okay,
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Right, you can.
I've got uni, which I just finished, then it was semester 2, work, youth stuff with the church.
Oh, you're still the youth leader, hey?
Yeah, and then that's about it.
That's about it.
What about you, Seti?
Mr. Secky's crazy. Me, got work.
Grab my man.
Huh? What'd you say? I'm gonna watch back into this. I'm gonna see what you said.
Grappling grown man. Sweaty grown man.
Yeah, I got the podcast obviously going.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. We got the podcast.
Yeah, of course. Duh. Got MMA going on, which is going really well. Working. And yeah, just chilling out. That's really all I'm doing.
So we're boring. We're 3 boring guys on the couch.
Well, Cameron's the boring guy. Jake can actually have a life.
That should be our podcast.
Sorry.
3 guys on a couch.
3 boring guys on the couch.
That'd be crazy. If all 3 of us did that, that'd be awesome.
You never know.
Alright, who knows?
Oh, jeez.
Alright, now next question. What do you think is more important for overall health and well-being? Fitness or health?
Oh, I like this.
You can all answer this if you want.
Yeah, for sure. Well, for me, I think they're both really important. It was health and fitness.
Yeah.
I think they both correlate together. Like
Yeah.
health, if we're talking like food-wise, you need the proteins, you need the other nutrients to be able to help you grow. Like for me, I'm doing ACL rehab at the moment, which actually sucks.
Oh, okay. That's my
I
question.
haven't done it in like a couple months, and it's been really bad. But now I've just got back into it, and my legs feel like absolute jelly.
Love that.
Very good.
Which is so fun. But yeah, I need like the proteins to be able to give me the energy for one, and then two to also boost up strength as well.
Sorry.
I need.
This guy's just. Did you
I
see what he
need
did?
well,
I looked at him and he just winked.
yeah, right, okay.
Okay, so
No, I need a healthy diet, basically.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think it also contributes really well to your mental health as
Yeah.
well. Like I'm a massive advocate for the gym can actually boost your mental health, and same with food. Like I found that when I was in a slump, my diet was really bad and I was eating a lot of junk, which actually made me more fatigued and really tired and didn't help out a lot. But then when I found that I was actually eating a bit healthier, it started to help, and then I looked into the science behind it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, what do you think, Cam?
What was the question again?
what is more important for overall health and well-being, fitness or health?
Yeah, but.
Yeah, I'd say both as well. Considering someone that goes to the gym does MMA, like that type of
Yeah,
thing.
you need both.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
you definitely need both.
Yeah.
Like, because also I'm trying to bulk up to get to like slightly heavier weight to compete.
Good bulk or dirty bulk?
A good bulk, not a dirty bulk.
Bro's bulking, and yeah, he's like huge.
I'm not 80 kilos.
What are you bulking, man? Like,
I need to compete, man. I don't want to wrestle with lightweight guys. They
What's that heavy
will
about?
smoke me. Okay, I think that's enough for that.
yeah.
And water's also very essential as well. So
Yes.
I have that. Definitely drink water, kids.
Shout out, yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? We might get sponsorship off them one day.
Please sponsor us. Anyway,
Okay, next question is definitely not my type of question, but I think this is definitely for both of you. What is the best thing to have to keep a relationship healthy and steady? See, of course, 18 years and 8 months single, so.
Loves
you
it.
just like list your stats.
Alrighty, I'm gonna look at the camera.
Bro's with the stats.
Like a stat chart.
Yeah.
Everyone upset, I'm 18.
Like a Pokemon card.
Alright, you guys want to see my...
I do
No,
want to see
I
stats.
don't.
Okay, Jake wants to sit, so I think Jake wants to.
Top three.
And he's our guest, and we're gonna do it. Hey everyone, I'm Seth, I'm 18. I'm currently studying to become a neurosurgeon.
No, you're not.
I'm currently in the West Coast Eagles team. And Jake and Cameron, both of you shut up about it. Yeah? It'd be hell yeah. Good. Cameron might, but... Okay, anyway, sorry, moving on. What do you guys think?
The healthy relationship, I mean, with me and my beautiful partner Lauren.
Shout out
Shout out Loza.
No, we're very big on communication. So yeah, we'll always talk about our day. Like even, it doesn't have to be like bad things. Like it can literally just be, how was your day?
Yeah.
Something like that, something simple. One, it just boosts your overall morale. And two, you just have like intimacy one-on-one kind of stuff. And also like if there's something that we're not too keen on or something's happened that's pissed us off, then we'll say, oh, such has done this, not too happy, it's nothing against you, but just saying no. So yeah, for me, biggest thing is communication, I would say. Another thing as well, like once you get into a relationship, I would say at some point definitely have that talk about setting boundaries as well, because yeah, obviously like you're going to be comfortable with some things but then uncomfortable with others, and it can be like really small things as well.
Yeah.
Which I find is really good because you want, like again, communication, but you want to have, like you want to be on the same level with things. So yeah, I would say that's the biggest.
Yeah, I think if you want advice,
Come to Cameron and Jake for it.
no, I'm actually no. If you wanted like actual like really good advice, like as good as your advice, and communication is very important. But talk to married couples who have been there, done everything, experienced highs and lows. They know everything better than anyone, better than ourselves, because they're
Old married couples.
old married
Yes.
couples. Is there an age bracket?
But honestly, my dad and pop give like the best
Yeah.
couples advice. I mean, they're very
old-fashioned.
Alrighty, question 6.
Mhm.
Will you be doing workout routines?
I mean, not on podcast episodes, but
Cameron doesn't work out, so really you can tell.
What?
I'm just kidding.
outside I will be obviously I'm doing my rehab at
Yeah.
the moment. Yeah.
Outside the podcast? Yes.
Yeah, I probably would outside the podcast, but definitely not during the podcast. Hell no, I'm not picking up a camera just to record me.
buddy. Okay,
I'll
continue.
do it now, okay. No, I'm kidding. I might do it on that podcast account though, but not during the podcast. Okay, last question.
Mhm.
This is probably based for a Jake question considering your ACL rehab.
Mhm.
But how would you balance the grind of training with longevity and injury prevention, both physically and mentally? You want to touch on this as well, Cam, I think.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of mental game behind it. Like, you've got to have the confidence behind, like, if you've just done an injury, like for me, I've just started doing, like, box landing. So you start in the box, you jump down, you land.
That's a
and
scary thing, yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
like
scary,
that.
yeah.
That's how I did my injury. So
yeah.
Ooh.
starting doing that, I was like landing more on my right foot. But then it's more like building up that confidence every time you do it. Okay, I'm safe, I'm fine. And now I'm doing it with the weights. Like I can do it with 14 kilos, whatever.
Oh, damn.
It's probably not that impressive. But no, like, yeah, making sure you've got that mentality to be able to do the things you want to be able to do again. Like, yeah, obviously I did the injury, it sucks.
I'm laughing at Cameron because while you were explaining, Cameron's like,
No, I just did that, like a
oh,
bicycle.
I did that, I didn't do that.
What?
Okay, I feel so bad.
No, you're fine.
You started tearing up, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like going back on top of the other question, yeah, you gotta have that patience as well to be able to
Yeah.
get back into it. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a long process to do, but as long as you have that long-term goal, like for me, getting back into sport, running,
Yeah.
wanting to play
Yeah.
footy, that's my long-term goal. So I'm aiming for that. Yeah, that's about it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I haven't had like a serious. I've had like minor injuries, but not like a serious injury.
Yeah.
I've had probably about one head injury before. Definitely not gonna say how that happened because I know you guys would never let me live that down. So.
Yeah, I think ran into a brick wall or something.
Oh no, it wasn't that. I'll just tell you, it wasn't that serious. We got hit by a plastic cricket bat in year 2.
That's a pretty common one.
Yeah. Common?
Yeah.
Really? That
The
common?
amount of people in primary school I saw getting hit with cricket bats was insane.
But the thing was, the kid, I remember it because the kid that was using it, used the cricket bat like a baseball bat. So I was behind him, so when he swung it, the back hit my head.
Oh, dude.
It was plastic, so it was lucky.
Yeah,
it was
still that hurts though.
Anyway, yeah, that was my beautiful experience. But apart from that, no, like, you pretty much said what I was going to say anyway. So.
Yeah, you need the patience. You need to have good headspace. Like, yeah, obviously when you've done the injury, you're thinking the worst. Oh, I'm never going to be able to play sport again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
after you've had that time just to cool off, doing something that you like that can ease your mind, depending on the injuries, obviously. Yeah, it's all just a mental game that you're playing against yourself, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, guys, that is it for today's episode.
Yeah.
You guys are very excited to leave. Especially Cameron. He always goes, oh man, already?
Oh man.
There we go.
It's a
Okay.
default line.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you for having me, Steph and Cameron. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'm really happy to have you, like, going from our journey from Bruiser, and you being my first guest to being our first actual guest now.
Yeah.
Is
cool.
something awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you guys enjoy listening to this. And be sure to follow our Instagram account and subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify. Do you subscribe to Spotify?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
okay.
follow
You follow.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. Make sure you follow our Spotify as well.
Spotify.
Okay. No, that's fair. I'm giving you enough crap for
We've got
that.
some cool guests lined up, so everyone make sure you stay tuned, leave a like and comment for any recommendations for us to improve. And yeah, that's all we have.
See you later, guys.